I mean, everybody I follow right now, I'm the first man put on a cartel tattoo. And right now, I see be a man I put on tattoo and this and that and ray. I'll show you something, see it? I did my daddy, so I just see face alone, my father.
Hey.
See, you hold on my right hand, you hold on your hand, yeah? I feel cartel on you, man. You hold on your hand, and feel, man. This might be so weird. But you see this, man, yeah? Oh my God, this, you know?
You know, Jesus would love to have you as a Christian.
I'm not going to say no. You God after all.
No.
Welcome, YouTube. It's your host, A-Maverick. You tune in to I'm Spiritual. We're over here make you see through spiritual lenses. So you would have heard it just now. That's a mouthful to actually swallow. This is the show how men nowadays, what I would say, head are very light, meaning they don't afraid what is coming out their mouth. They just say anything. And this interview was done a week ago, so it's only right to tackle it now. I wouldn't let it slide, would I? I wouldn't. So with all the noise, I'm rallying back to it and tackling this whole situation. Just want to say big up to the Fix for this interview, because this interview gave a lot of insight into how even grown men thinking. So how much more the young ones? How much more? Stay tuned.
Be wise and fearless, no stupid and careless. No fast and them fruitful when them fearless. No fat chat about them kind when them shareless. Them love the crack bone and tear flesh. Politicians left the youth them in a beer rest. They're not helping the people who face their stress. Them still telling lies about them trying their best.
Okay, so how it all reached here? We're gonna evaluate around 7 minutes. It was done 7 days ago, and since we tackling it on the 7th day, just the same, we gonna evaluate about 7 minutes out of it. And as I said, just have a look and to see the dilemma, or I'm pretty confused here. Jeffrey, are you okay? I definitely need to ask that if it is, you're okay, because the things that was said, it's unbelievable you even uttered it. Okay? But let's just break it down. Let me show you how ridiculous it is without you even know it. So first, he would have started out, how it all reached there, he would have started out like this.
Oh, go on, man. We are wait pan to go retaliate for you come for all out now. I said, Jaja.
Oh my God.
I want to come down. Yeah. But as I said before, big up every man, every youth, everybody that can have a piece. I'm a place.
Yeah.
I'm a place.
Did you retaliate?
Never.
Okay.
A father God do my retaliation, man. That's why I'm there up till now.
God on time.
Did you ever find out? Like, was it a case where you knew who was doing the shooting?
Never interested.
Okay.
Never interested.
Don't
Jaja.
like it never peaked.
No, father God done a show me my waist. So why me fight against that?
But your figure say it was probably due to the whole Gully Gaza war where they are going on.
You know, suppose somebody out there never like me from morning and just through the Gully Gaza war, they might try say, all right, they might use this. So I can't say yes and I can't say no. As I make you answer before, Father God show me say it go happen. Not fear.
Yeah.
When Father did say, you know, one of this song, then and him sing about the tattoo, what he did have. And say, boy, have it by your neck with a cherry on it.
Okay, so as you would have heard, when he stated that he was referring to Father God, he was talking about the incident. The backdrop of the story, he was talking about the incident where he actually the car that he was in, the vehicle that he was in, got shut up then. For better words, got shut up. But for some reason, he never injured. So he was stating that it's Father God that actually aided him escaping that whole scenario, right? And they asked him if he did actually retaliate. He said no, he left everything to Father God. Cool. So I guess he's about God, right? I guess your guess is as good as mine. So how it all reach where he began now to actually idolizing a mere man that not much older than him, a mere man, you know. How it all reached there. First, let's tackle the elephant in the room, the tattoo. Let's just say tattoo is demonic to begin with, okay? People don't understand that all the time when you feel the need to put on a tattoo, it's coming from the dark forces. In other words, it's a brand for them. So they utilize your emotions as a tool to brand you. So for example, if your mother just died, they're gonna utilize your emotions for your mother and said, here what? How can you best remember your mother? That is if you love your mother. Oh, put on a tattoo, because they know it's going against the Most High, the Supreme Being. They know. So it's a brand. So when you now succumb to that urge or that feelings and go mark your skin, every time that you look at that tattoo or any other forces to that tattoo, they can now say, hey, it was that demon that encouraged him to do that. It's actually what you would say a brand, then in other words, it's a mark for them. People, it's a reason why the good book, known as the Bible, forbids tattoo. It don't just damage your skin, but it goes real spiritual on the left side. Notice how the urge always presents itself when you're in an emotional state. Notice. A lot of times, people who put on tattoo end up regret the tattoos, But it's so hard to remove. Notice, it's so hard to remove. So you're making an emotion, I would say, that whatsoever forces causing you to make that decision in an emotional state, they know it would be permanent. They know it would or will be permanent. To some instance, all when you quote unquote erase it, you still have a scar to remember. but I'm gonna further dive into it as we go along. But I just have another clip to play to show you how it all reaches there. Okay? Stay tuned. I'm on it because we're gonna give the people them some understanding on this whole tattoo and his whole statement. I couldn't let this pass. Listen.
Yeah, I knew, yeah.
New York, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we lock down the place.
I'm a circle back to yeah, popcorn thing, but I don't know, right? So that never turned out to be true. But remember, upon an interview, you did reveal say you do actually have a cartel tattoo. But
up till today, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm still a trend. Right now, everybody I follow right now, I'm the first man put on a cartel tattoo. And right now, I see be a man na put on tattoo and this and that and ray.
Enough people there give like backlash feet.
Yeah.
So tattoo our next man face for your arm. At the time, how you did feel about it, the backlash?
I'm not sure you a thing. I come out of a poor family. When I say poor family, not even bicycle. Nobody in my family never have bicycle.
But even in a nice community.
No, that not say.
Oh.
Suppose I rent with that pay.
Oh, okay.
But before me even go there, so me just finish what me and say. I come out of a poor family. I never have nothing. I never dream say me I go foreign. I never dream say me I go own vehicle. I never dream say me I go have so much things to myself. See, first time I fly out, the first time I go at St. Martin, me, Vice Kartel, and Idolatry, Sean Storm, and Black Ryan. I'm stuck in a plane and I drop asleep and I wake up. I pinch myself and I say, yo, really mean this? Fly out? No, stop. I have to go do something to know, say, yo, this a man here. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm sit down and I meds it. I'm flying back, I call Marlon Brando. Tattoo Ombre.
Oh, me da ask if I the famous actor.
I say, bro, watch it. This might be so now weird. But you see this man here? I might got this, you know. You understand?
Yeah.
Want a tattoo with him on my hand.
What him did say in response?
And the dog say, really? Man say, nah, ask the DJ. I say, ask the DJ, boy. I'm not ask the DJ. I'm going to put it on. Yeah. Man and man talk. And I say, what kind of style that you have? Tattoo man, me, man. Ray. So I can't go and talk. Right now, I follow me see people, I follow me right now.
When he did show him, when he first see it, what was his reaction?
Him not really like reaction like him frightened or him unhappy about the situation. You understand?
Him just see it and see it?
Him just see it and I say, so yeah, move.
So yeah, move. Bro, I just got a tattoo of you, dog. Like,
nah, man.
I need more.
Me Jenna. Watch out now. I'll show you some. See it? I did my daddy, so I just face alone, my father.
Yeah.
See, you hold on my right hand, you hold on your hand, yeah? I feel Kartel on you, man. You hold on your hand, and feel, man.
Enough people go hear what I say and say that's crazy.
What crazy?
Said that the whole your right hand.
Hold on your hand, yeah? I feel the Jenna. What crazy about that? After me not hide and talk. As I said before, I'm the first man put on a cartel tattoo. And I see man a follow. I see everybody a follow. You see me? And some people feel like say, mother cover. Cover what?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, was there any thought to like cover it up
Never.
after that time? Yeah.
Never.
So my actually is Kartel still a God.
I'm a God. I'm a general. Listen me. Jeff Ripe. When I hear Jeff Ripe in there, first and foremost, for you hear Jeffrey, for you go out a road and say, Yo, Jeffrey, what I go on? Anybody side of you? They might answer, say, who's Jeffrey? That Jeffrey I.
What them up like that, son?
Anywhere at all you go.
Yeah.
You know, if you say Jeffrey Hype, you know, just say Jeffrey, what I go on? Anybody say there, I say, oh, that Jeffrey Hype. Because they don't know no more Jeffrey. I want Jeffrey and Jeffrey Hype. Any other Jeffrey, assassin. Big up Jeffrey.
We don't know him like that.
You understand?
He's Sasko,
Sasko.
None of the woman them in their life did pray for you.
Woman?
Yeah, I want to say, yo, you really get a man tattoo by and none of them did pray.
No woman live my life, my Jenna, man.
But him have Suzette on the
you know.
next one, so that's good.
Yeah, Suzette.
Suzette.
I'm a woman where me and her there for 11 years. 11 years of a relationship. You see what I say? And a good woman.
Baby mother?
No.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. Good woman. Good woman.
But you're not there no more.
I'm a talk about the whole of my woman, them a good woman.
Yeah.
Every one of my woman, them a good woman. Me never get a better years yet.
I will say we're gonna circle black to popcorn because of course when do
Okay, notice he stated that he was in an emotional state, right? And that emotional state was when he first fly out, right? And he mentioned that him link him tattoo artist, and even the tattoo artist asked him if him sure and if him actually check the artist who him go put upon him on. Really? And his response was, check artist for what? Very emotional. So you see how the idolatry and how the dark forces work. Him not even knowing that he's basically behaving like cartel woman. That's how a woman would respond when it comes to them man. I don't have to check my man for that. He's my man, right? That's how a woman would talk. Notice, I'm gonna implore you all to actually go watch the full interview on the Fix channel, because even when you watch the whole interview, you get to realize his whole conduct was, to say, for a better term, shaky. His gestures and his attitude was real effeminate, to put it. Also, what even more surprising is the way how Kartel actually react to the tattoo. That says a lot. The man say Kartel never really have no reaction or emotion. Him just take him on and say, what? So yeah, move. That sound like how you would compliment a woman when she do something and you don't really want to behave too excited. Say, what babes, I saw you move. You tell me. No wonder why Kartel is heavily suspected to be in the pride community. There are too much evidence. There are plethora of evidence. Him come and talk things like this, thinking Kartel gonna look good, or thinking gonna make Kartel look good, or himself look good. Not even know that is actually exposing them. No. Let's tackle the part where him say Kartel a fame god. So because Kartel a fame god, him give Kartel all I'm right hand. Jeffrey, I hope you come across this video. You see right hand? It means strength, it means power. And if you're gonna give Kartel all of your right hand, as you claim, it says a lot about your morals, your headspace, and everything. It says a lot. But before he mentioned that, him actually going to something where he was like, him stated, Kartel, I'm daddy. This daddy thing. From the other day, I noticed the youths them have this daddy thing and father slang going on where everybody them call them daddy and them father. Youths, and they need to get a hold on yourself. Need to get a hold on yourself. Because did you know Christ, who the world ignorantly called Jesus, would have advised against that? Just read Matthew 23 verse 9. I don't want to sound all religious, but this is a spiritual channel where we bring enlightenment. And the ultimate spiritual book is the Bible. It's not a religious book. So I'm going to make reference to it a lot on this channel. Matthew 23 verse 9. For those who, I'm not going to actually read it out what it says. I'm imploring, go and read it. Because I get to understand not even the Bible, the youth them I read nowadays. Not even who say them in a church reading Bible. So this is why I'm not going to say what Matthew 23 verse 9 says, but implore, go read it. So when you read it, it is, to put it into context, it's not saying you cannot call your father father. It's not referring to your father or your grandfather. It's talking about this very daddy and father thing that the youths them have. I refer to mere man who is not actually their father, grandfather, or great grandfather. Why do this? Why do this? And you know what the funniest thing? When he mentioned that Kartel, I'm God, I love the fact that Naro actually asks him once more to see if him actually serious. But Jeffrey, if you're so God-fearing as you would say in the first clip, and you leave everything up to Father God as your court, do you know this script? Look at your screen. You see it? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. That's actually a commandment. So you saying Kartel, a quote unquote, my God, this ownership. Him never say Kartel is a God, you know. That would have bad and so bad. Because of the term and how it is phrased. The operative word is my. You claim ownership to a mere man. That makes sense, Jeffrey? That makes sense? People, this is why I'm telling you, you know, this goes way spiritual than you think. Way spiritual. And I'm just giving some insights to prick the mind on all these matter that you see going on. Everything is a spiritual warfare. And until you come to that realization, everything gonna make sense. With that, I just have one last thing to say. Matthew 12:36 says this, "But I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment." Always remember that, Jeffrey. What you gonna tell God say when God question you on this matter? That you say Kartel, a quote unquote my God. How you gonna respond to the actual God, supreme being? What you gonna tell him, sir? Don't answer that question. With that, stay tuned.